A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, and the diaspora and elsewhere. Friends all, I have delivered a message yesterday. It might offend a lot of you, but it was not really to hurt the innocent. But those who might be offended are the guilty ones. Those who want to play politics. But I want to make it clear to all of you. We want a government for the country that belongs to all the people. Your ministers in government or your president is not above the law. Look what happened to the former president of America, Donald Trump, and many others around Latin and South America, Lula of Brazil, Morales, and others, and the pie-faced man in Panama. My friends, let it be known to you if you are an African descendant or an Indian descendant. Guyana and the Caribbean is not yours, because you are claiming Africa and India. Let's get that matter clear. You can't want to born in heaven and still think of hell. Or you can't want to born in Israel and think of India, because both sides they are problem. Think of it. I release some message and I swear to my Almighty God, I mean everything I said. We are not here to kill and hurt anyone, but we are here to let it be known to the ministers in Parliament, 65 corrupt individuals. And I said corrupt. Those who take side use the laws of the country by calling on judges to deny other people their rights to speak out against them. Lock up innocent people. So therefore I said, we do not have a constitution. We have an institution run by criminal elements. Now, amongst the 65, you might get some good players, great people, very honorable. But because of the wicked one around them and the position they hold, they don't want to lose it because self-interest is more important than a nation. So we don't care who we put into tragedy, providing they live happily. It is time for you, the two major races, the East Indian descendant and the African descendant. You are both Guyanese. Regardless where you came from or your ancestor, you were born in Guyana. You have to accept your birthrights. But between the two races, I must be honest. The disease of the black race is racism, vindictiveness, and love to burn, beat, kill. But y'all are not the only ones who can do it. While Indians, on the other hand, like home dogs, they bark back, but they fight amongst their own. If those people had whole hand together for what happened in the 60s to them, in Mackenzie, Wismar, Boston, Jonestown, Stouffville, Den Amstel, and many other areas that dominated by the African descendant. And when they hold power, they are still lucky to be around. If you had done it to another race, say, help me God, the world would have cried blood. Let it be known to all of you, no man born as a killer. But if you push the wrong button, killing can happen every second, every hour, every day. But will it be benefit to a nation? No. Will it be benefit to the future generation? No. But I must understand where you came from. Indians came from a thing called caste system. They love the Obia man. They love fighting one another. They are very ignorant, covetous, vindictive, spiteful, covetous, as I said, and very ungrateful. They don't remember kindness. They fight their own mother and brother and sister for land. Imagine in a case in Guyana, a woman kills her own daughter and put the body in a suitcase. I think she's in jail right now. Why waste taxpayer money if you have committed such a heinous crime against her own daughter for a man, I would execute both of them without an apology. I believe that if you kill, you must be killed, but I'll give you a fair trial. Because sometimes you have to get rid of the parasites who hurt you. In Guyana, I call upon the Caribbean heads of government, the CGG or CCG or whatever they call them, to call for a sanction against Guyana Law Enforcement Department. There are a lot of honorable, decent judges and magistrates, but their hands are tied by the corrupt politicians. So ladies and gentlemen of both race, Indian, you are 239 to 42,000. The blacks, you're 233 to maybe 234,000. Why 65 members in parliament could control you? When 92% of the civil servants are always changing, military and police or blacks. You believe in a God. So you, the police officer and the army, the military who are killing these no good politicians, because they hold a position and you all call them the big one. Who they are? Muhammad? Jesus? Krishna? My friend, they are not God. Guyana politicians use the courthouse to justify their ego and their criminal activity, while they both use the police and the army and the criminal in jail to do the killing and the nasty work. So I'm calling on you, the Indian and the black, stop killing for politicians, corrupt businessmen, because everybody have a price and your days are numbered. Since I've been doing my video, I get some fictitious name, even address of criminal activity, from Tiger Bay to Agricola, from Buxton to Pleasance, in Mackenzie, and on the West Coast and Burmese. Some name I got that people swear to it. And say, Mr. Karaya, brother, you're talking the right thing. This so-and-so people, then they know what they're do. And the police take bribe. The judge take bribe. So I call upon the international community and the CCG or the GCC, whoever see they are, to stand up against Guyana judicial system and the parliamentarian. I call on the United States government, Canada, England, and others to start a program. If Guyana does not change the way of life, I want to call for sanction against human rights, violation to innocent humans who be locked up because of men like Ramjatan who use the law of the land to lock up people's children because you speak out against them. Friends, as a black mother and father, if you have children and they speak the truth against a police officer and he kill them, will you allow that police to go free? Tell me, because you're black and he might be black? Tell me. And if you're an Indian and you speak out against the PPP, and just for references, the president or the vice president or others use their power to lock up your children because of what you say. What do you think should happen to such people? Must they be in jail or must they be wiped off the face of the earth? Let it be known, all of us have a day. We have to die. None of us will live forever. That's why I love the Muslim. Man and woman. They go in the mosque and blow it up to kill their enemy. They go in the crowd and blow it up to kill their enemy. And let it be known to you, the black fools and the Indian. When you vote for a political party and they do bad, you are responsible. Same goes to you, the black race. If you vote for me and I'm killing innocent people, I hope you know you shall pay the pain, the sins, because you put me there and you have a right to take me out. But in Guyana and third world country, these corrupt bastards believe they are God gift and you all call them big one. They're nothing but another human like you. If they are man, they have the same private parts like your father, your son, your children, or your man. And if they're a woman, they got the same private parts like you, your mother, your grandmother, and like every other woman. What makes them bigger than you? Tell me. I know y'all may not like the way I put it, but every Guyanese deserves to have land to build a house. I was looking at a few people get land. The land don't belong to the effing ministers them in parliament. It belongs to the Guyanese, and if to be fair, since you emancipated as the black race, go back home. And since you arrived as the Indian race, go back home. It belongs to the indigenous Miluja Amerindian. Can a Bachman or a woman go into India and give it away? Or Africa? You people, if there is a God as I believe, it's time to sanction y'all with a disease. That your young generation that you bring forth must die before your view because you're corrupt. Especially you, the black man and woman. The white man, the white man, the white man exploit you. The white man slave you. The white man take the resources of Africa. Are you not ashamed when you set out and wearing a three-piece suit? A mink dress? See-through drawers? Changing your hairstyle? These things have a price. It's a vision. You think the white man didn't go through that? You should chop out their head. Rape the women. Every race on the face of this earth went through that tyranny. You are lucky that you're in the Caribbean, America, and elsewhere because your ancestor in the past sold your ancestor, your generation, to the European. You're lucky instead of killing them. You wouldn't have been here and I wouldn't have been here. And India, the laborers was rent out. And today, y'all telling the Amerindian Buckman can't run no country that ain't got sense. Y'all got any? May God curse the womb that y'all come from for those words. If God take eye into him, now you're going to throw Prophet Muhammad out as a Muslim, Krishna, Ram, and Hindu Sita. And if you're a Christian, would you all throw Jesus, Moses out, Abraham out, if God give him a chance? Come on, brothers and sisters. I'm asking question. That is why the Jehovah's Witnesses don't vote for nobody. Because election begins with Jesus versus Barabbas. A decent, honorable man versus a criminal. Pontius Pilate, I keep saying it steady, risked his life to save Jesus. But because of money from corrupt businessmen who could bribe you hungry belly bastards to vote to kill the Jesus and put the thief and murderers in position. And now you're crying. Your sons will be the bodyguard. Drug dealers, gardeners, security. Your daughter will become the house cleaners and even the private horse. I beg both of you to wake up. Because there are a lot of decent people amongst both races who get involved in it. I am going to tell you, the PNC party based on knowledge of racism and the bottom. I tried to make a swing. David Granger Saleh says, when he became president, too much a young black boy in prison is alleged. I didn't hear from the man who mouthed it. Like I heard from Nagamutu what he says in Queens, how he used to carry and bring from Belfield from Freedom House, and many other things. But my friends, there is a God. No man will live forever. What are you taking on the other side? If God takes some of you into heaven, I'm going to go to hell, man. Because y'all are corrupt, vindictive, covetous. I don't know what name to give you Indian people. But again, you have good one amongst you. And the black people, you have a lot of good ones. But you'll be misled by this corrupt politician. Trust me, Mr. Aubrey Norton might be a good man. But did he denounce and condemn what happened on the East Coast when the Bacchus problem happened? And the gang went and beat up and robbed and loot, and a woman claimed $3 million for Polari? Chatney? One thief to the other. No, I don't think that they condemn it. which magistrate or judge put each one of them on 15,000 Guyana dollar bail, 75 US. Depends upon the exchange. But an Indian businessman fire a gun in the air and was on $800,000 bail. I am calling on the Attorney General to get rid of that magistrate or judge who have done that injustice. Right there, blatantly, you could see racism. In an Amerindian country. But again, you black people, you fear God. But out of 200-something thousand, 70,000 to 80,000, God-fearing, loving, devoted, kind, very hospitable, and will do anything to accomplish the key to Him. But the rest, parasite, no good. Well, let it be known to you. Changes are coming. America gets what America wants. And every time something goes wrong, you, the PNC members, and others, quick to start beating, looting, stopping taxi, minibus, checking out people, because you are the black people who say you belong to the PNC. Says the lens, y'all are the one who love to do that. Indian people can cuss and argue and go their way. Some lunatic might carry a stick lash and think, but I be honest, you black people, wake up for God's sake. The decent one keep away from you. Guyana right now, 65 members of parliament. Don't worry to argue with y'all, they're all together. All of them are rich. Did any black man or coolie man in parliament pick up a beggar from the street or the palms and take them to their house, give them a shower food to eat and a room to stay? Tell me, but I call upon Almighty God to bring an end to this nonsense. And let it be known that if you speak against me, and I have the ability in parliament and power or a position as a minister like Ramjatan, I won't go after your children, like what Ramjatan do. Now he opened up a new frontier. He go after mine, I'll go after his. Plus his family in Queens and other place. Come on, Ramjatan, I'm not hiding it from you. You're all dead effing people. And no coolie can kill more than a Portuguese, a European, or a mixed race. But we don't believe in it. We will defend ourselves then. And nothing lasts forever. And you, the black ignorant men who are taking their money to beat and kill from magistrate to judge, I hope you know you have children. And I hope you know that they're stock. Okay? They're a stock. And your name is down in file already. Take a black woman up in the East Coast, I forgive her. She would have been in jail through Western Union, MoneyGram, and the Bank of Canada, only for 100 Canadian dollars, maybe 76 or 74 Canadian dollar value of US. In Guyana value, coming down to whatever. And she, and her son, and her daughter, who I heard, and family in the police force, used the East Coast Plaisance or wherever it is to harass my son with a black judge. That God, if they have any offspring, prove to me that you are the God Almighty I call upon. Take them out, let the mother bury them. And the magistrate and the judge who involved, cripple them. You see, Ramjatan, look at my hands. I don't have to touch you nor your problem. For my God shall do it for me, not long from now. But you shall run mad. You shall eat the filth that cometh from your ass. And for the PNC to trust you, who was with the PPP, grew up to hate black people. They were playing with their life. It's like Judas betrayed Jesus and Brutus poisoned Caesar. Even Nagamutu. But time will prove it, right, Naga? If y'all know what I know, and I call upon the U.S. Embassy to start to act, I call upon the Human Rights Department to start to act. So you, Mr. Norton, you must never forget it was the help of the Portuguese and the Bok people put the black man in power in the 60s. and the decent Indian. Because we don't believe in communism, socialism, but it turned back to be Bonhamism and Cherryism. My friends, I love Guyana. I don't want to run for nothing. Many Indians had to flee that country. They are living in America, Canada, Caribbean. Many women was raped by your black brothers, Mr. Norton. I know a lot, but Indians don't talk. But Big Mouth George Correa will expose it. But let it be known to all 65 of you, present and past, your name is on file, and you have children. Let the curse of you fall upon your children for the wrong you have done to people. Both sides, PPP and the PNC. Now you become APNU. Why only the two of you want to control the country? When one is emancipated, but not constipated, and the other one arrived, but not wanting to go home because I was a divide. Why? Tell me. In India, there was a difference between religion, Hindu versus Muslim. And y'all divide to Pakistan and Afghanistan, and yet you really can't understand. In Guyana, is Indian and black versus one another. For what? Y'all are outcasts of Africa and India. So you also prove to those two nations where you came, your ancestor came from. Thanks for what you have done to our ancestor. Today, we are proud to be great, so we could give a helping hand to Ghana and others. Burnham sent soldiers to Mozambique and Angola. It's alleged. Burnham and Cherry was together, right, Nagamoto? So I'm calling on all you judges. Can you all sleep who lock up innocent people? Can you all sleep? Your children, said Jesus, should carry the sin of you. But before that happened, some of you, your body parts will rotten, no cosmetics to keep the scent down, or no medical facility will be able to heal your ass nor your womb, if you're a woman, or your private parts as a man, and colon cancer. I curse you all for the wrong you have done to people. You can kill them what you want. You're only going to prove to annihilate your generation that another race when Venezuela wants 60% of the country. And Brazil, the diplomat, will come through. So let me warn you, stop fighting one another and unite. And I want you all to know, between the two races, PNC are a racial organization, dealt with race. PPP is corrupt. I will rather keep the corrupt party in power, because the more they thief, they develop, and you can see it. And every dollar they thief, you get 21 cents or 25 cents. But while you black people thieving, nobody get nothing, and now you got nothing. Come on. And I'm telling you all, if this don't change, and we are not going to join, many people call me, Correa, can you join with us so we remove the PPP? I said no. We rather have them because we see development, building of street, building of road. While Burnham, everybody was running out. Every other race was running out. If the decent black people was running out. Friends, I want you to subscribe to my channel. And I am your host, George Correa. If I have offended you, I apologize. But read more and think more. I'm not lying. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm telling you the truth. May God be with all of you. Let unity prevail. A national front government for better life. All right, now we can keep the PPP. Thank you.